name is Matthew Pavlich and I will be your MC here today, and on behalf of the West Australian Government and the City of Perth, I'll be looking forward to taking you through this morning's, or this afternoon's it is now, it's just ticked over, hasn't it, to lunchtime proceedings. What an event we have in store, a record-breaking Olympic campaign for our athletes. It was our best ever Olympic Games, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause again for our Olympians. 18 gold medals and 4th overall. It was incredible to see what they did. Almost 20 Olympians will be here with us, along with 10 Paralympians, which will be great to see and hear from them up on stage today. Before we make a start to today's proceedings, I'd like to everyone to welcome our opening act, a performance full of skill, athleticism and stamina. I saw these guys actually at the farewell function at Crown back in May. They were fantastic. Who'll be giving you a bit of a Paris-inspired performance to help us all set the scene on what was such an amazing Olympic and Paralympic Games. Over to you guys. Round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for Kamala Anthony Entertainment. Incredible performance, Perth's own Kamala Pizzino with that wonderful performance. Big round of applause again, Kamala Entertainment. Ladies and gentlemen, inspiring stuff there. My back and hips are just sore even thinking about that. That was fantastic. Thank you very much for that. Now, to get today officially underway, we have Uncle Albert McNamara, who'll provide today's Welcome to Country. Please join me in welcoming and inviting to the stage Uncle Albert.
Kaya everybody. Welcome to the Nyunga Budja Wajak land that we stand on, and I'd like to acknowledge the elders past and present, and also all the other Aboriginal people that are here this afternoon, and the non-Aboriginal people. I hope everybody has a great afternoon, and I especially like to acknowledge my great ancestors, because without them I would not be talking to you today. And I hope everybody here enjoys our sports people that went to Paris and proved that we're all still working together, walking together and making a change together. And thank you very much for letting me do the welcome for you lot this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Uncle Albert. What a wonderful way to start today's proceedings. Well, these games were truly special celebration, a festival of sport, inviting us and uniting us all across the globe. There were so many special moments of the games, and we're all extremely excited to celebrate and welcome home our amazing Paris 2024 Olympians and Paralympians. Paris was totally on show, and I personally was there. I think I got caught up in the vortex in many ways of the Olympic Games spirit. Everyone was happy and thrilled to be there, and the true elements of competition, of doing your best and sportsmanship were on show. I love doing a variety of sports. I was there doing some water polo and golf and taekwondo and equestrian. I didn't get the chance to meet Snoop, and I know plenty of people who asked me that, but I didn't quite get that opportunity. But it was truly a magnificent experience. Of course, our WA athletes did so well. We'll meet many of them here this afternoon. Of course, a couple of standouts, gold medals to Nina Kennedy. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause to Nina and Matt Wern as well. They were truly inspiring. These athletes embody the spirit of perseverance and unity, inspiring our community and future generations. Sport, I think, absolutely transcends beyond boundaries and unites people from all walks of life. As we honour our Olympians and Paralympians today, I'd like to welcome onto the stage some of our hosts. Representing the Premier of Western Australia today is the Honourable David Templeman, MLA, Minister for Culture and the Arts, Sport and Recreation, International Education and Heritage. David, thank you for joining us here. Alongside David, the Right Honourable Lord Mayor, Basil Zamplis. Thank you for both being here today, Baz. And David, great to have you here. I'd also like to start by making a special welcome to Mr. Matthew Nichols, Board Director, Paralympics Australia. Miss Elizabeth Scott, OAM, Australian Olympic Committee Board Member. Mr. Andrew Vlahov, four-time Olympian and co-chair of the Team Appeal. Good to see Andrew here today. Mr. Frederic Filippo, the Honorary Consul from France in Western Australia. Representatives of WA government departments, also representatives and councillors from the City of Perth. Great to have everyone. Round of applause for all our dignitaries here this morning, or this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. Let's welcome our athletes to the stage. Oh, thank you very much, Baz. Just doing wonderful work in the background. One of our athletes, unfortunately, not here. It's the first one, which is, it was going to be Curtis, but he is not in attendance. So this first one is from athletics, Declan Tingay. Big round of applause for Declan. Athletics, Mia Gross. From athletics, Alana Jukic. Para-athletics, Ella Azura Party. Para-athletics again, Rhiannon Clark. Para-athletics, Jackson Hamilton. Boxing, Yusuf Chothia. Boxing, Caitlin Parker. Boxing, Charlie Senior. Canoe sprint, Yale Steiner Price. Paracycling, Luke Zachariah. Paracycling, Kane Peris. Hockey, Eddie Ockenden. Hockey, Jocelyn Bartram. Hockey, Jake Harvey. Hockey, Penny Squibb. Marathon swimming, Kyle Lee. Rowing, Rowan Cox. Rowing, Jackie Thripp. Sailing, Connor Nicholas. Swimming, Iona Anderson. Swimming, Joshua Young. Tennis, John Peers. Para-triathlon, Sam Harding. Para-triathlon, David Bryant. Para-triathlon, Sally Pilbank. Water polo, Zoe Arancini. Wheelchair rugby, Jake Howe. And wheelchair basketball, Sean Norris. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get out of the way. A massive round of applause for our Olympic and Paralympians. Welcome home. We will get the opportunity to chat to these guys very shortly, but before we do so, it's my great pleasure to introduce Billy Court, who will grace us with a performance of our national anthem. Please join me in welcoming Billy as she leads us through our anthem. That was wonderful. Beautiful rendition. Gets the goosebumps going, doesn't it? The hair on the back of your neck. That was fantastic. Now I'd like to invite the Honourable David Templeman, MLA, Minister for Culture of the Arts, Sport and Recreation, International Education Heritage. He's taken some selfies on his way up. David, I'm going to get you to make a quick speech, but at the farewell party, David actually had an issue with one of his shoes. It broke. And we decided on that night to auction it off. So he is responsible personally for actually getting some of these athletes there. I'm not sure how much we raised. Was it $5,000 we might have got on the night, David? Each, yeah, that's right. Ladies and gentlemen, David.
Thank you very much. And folks, it's great to be here. It's just a great thrill. I was so pleased because when our Olympians arrived back at Perth Airport a couple of weeks back, I was really excited to be there with the Premier, Roger Cook, and we were ecstatic to see our, actually a lot of the team had arrived, they went on to Sydney, but our West Australian contingent, of course, were here. And then last Tuesday night, I was back out at the airport because our Paralympians from Western Australia were arriving back from the Paralympics. Look, on behalf of the Government of Western Australia and on behalf of the Premier, can I first of all just say thank you so much to our Olympians and our Paralympians. You've made us so proud. All of us were watching the television over the last month while you were up there in Paris representing our country. We are so proud of you as Western Australians because you just gave us so many thrills. To the medalists who were successful, congratulations. But also to all of you. We think you are such wonderful role models for all of us in Western Australia and of course for our young girls and boys. Thank you for inspiring them. Thank you for just giving us such a great thrill. To all of your families, to the families who are here, thank you for sharing your beautiful sons and daughters. Yeah, give their families a big warm hand. It was just beautiful to see when I was at the airport those two times to see families there just welcoming home their loved ones. Just remember that Western Australia does punch above its weight in terms of, sorry, Charlie there's Charlie, of course, punch above its weight, you know, a bit of it. But Western Australia does punch above its weight in terms of delivering numbers to our Australian team. May you, if you are continuing on in your careers, may you have a very, very, very successful lead up to LA. And for those that are aspiring for Brisbane in 2032, go for it. So it's great to be here. Give them a big warm hand, our para-athletes and our Australian athletes, the para and the Australian Olympians. It's great to join you. Celebrate because they are magnificent.
Yes, thank you, Minister. Always entertaining and well said. I'd like to now invite the Right Honourable, the Lord Mayor of Perth, Basil Zempilas, to make his address.
Thank you very much, everybody. To all of the distinguished guests, a very good afternoon and welcome right into the heart of the glorious city of Perth. And what a beautiful spring day this is to welcome home our Olympic and Paralympic champions. I want to acknowledge Minister Templeman representing the Premier and thank him for being here today in the heart of the city of Perth. I also want to acknowledge and thank Matthew Pavlich and congratulate Channel 9 on their outstanding job covering the Olympic Games and Paralympic Games. And I think it's worth us all putting our hands together for them. As I well know, Pat, without the broadcasters, those of us that aren't lucky enough to get to travel to the host city don't get to experience in the great performances. We don't get the opportunity to be inspired, and we don't have those role models in our homes live as they're competing. So well done to the broadcasters. They've done a remarkable job. And as the father of 3 youngish children, and a family that now has a skateboard that we didn't have 6 weeks ago, a son enrolled in rock climbing who wasn't enrolled 6 weeks ago, and a break dancer in the family who wasn't a break dancer 6 weeks ago. That is the power of what you do for our community. And to each and every one of you behind me and to all of your teammates on the Olympic and Paralympic teams, can I say thank you on behalf of generations of Australians for inspiring us and showing what can be done when you put your minds, your bodies and your hearts into your work. You covered yourselves in glory and you gave us all the greatest of months over the journey. So thank you for everything that you've done. I acknowledge also my fellow councillors, Councillor Reynolds, who fancies himself as a swimmer now over 50 metres, Councillor Doshi, who is trying her hand at archery following the Olympic Games, and Councillor Gobbett, who is now entered into rhythmic gymnastics because of the great work of the Australian Olympic team. Thank you, well done, you've inspired us, you are the best, and Australia's record-breaking performance in Paris will long live in the memories of all of us. Well done and thank you.
Thank you, Lord Mayor. Well spoken. It has inspired us all. I've been inspired as well to think about taking up equestrian, although I'm not sure horses were like 100 odd kilos on their back. But Lord Mayor, thank you very much for that. Now, before we chat to our athletes, we do have a special little something to play. Like everyone, to take a look at the screens and look back on an amazing games that we all witnessed in Paris. Take a look at this. It was put together by Channel 9, the host broadcast. It was a special event to be a part of for Channel 9. Our first one for quite some time, and thank you, Baz, for those comments. I thought the team did a wonderful job of producing and telling those stories and showing them back here to Australia. Over to the screens to check out a special memory from Paris.
It's the newcomer O'Callaghan. What an effort, what a champion. And she swims into history. Turner triumphs again. What a race, what a run. It's a feat as good as gold. You beauty. Well done, boys. The dream has come true. She does it. The Aussie Steelers have upset Great Britain. World record in Paris.
And no Australian has ever done that before.
Our Golden Girls are simply glorious.
This is going to be an absolutely smashed it out of the park here.
Now, it is up to the athletes. We're with you. Let the games begin.
When you get to do something so incredible, it sort of just reminds you of how far you've come.
You are...
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, how inspiring and magnificent was to look back at our great success, our athletes absolutely trying their best, a wonderful few weeks or months, in fact, if you think about the time that we were represented over there. Brilliant, and congratulations and thank you to Channel 9 again for putting that together. Round of applause for our Olympians and Paralympians. I'd like now to have a bit of a chat to some of our athletes. That's what everyone here, enough of me and enough of Baz and the Minister, they want to hear from the athletes. So time now to ask 4 of the athletes to come forward for a bit of a chat about these games. Please put your hands together for dual Olympian and Paris bronze medalist in the sport of boxing, Caitlin Parker. Grab a seat there, Caitlin. And keep that applause going for our gold medalist in the men's double tennis player and 3-time Olympian, John Pearce. Now continue that applause, please, for Paralympian Kane Perris, who represented Australia at the Paralympics for the first time in the sport of paracycling. Thank you, Kane. And Kane's pilot, Luke Zachariah. Thank you very much. I'm going to come over there. If there's a spot for me, I might hand that over to one of you two. I might start this side. Caitlin, I'm going to start with you because I spoke to you after one of your bouts and you were, I don't think I've seen anyone so excited and so pumped. I've been around sport for a long time, but to see the joy, the passion, and just the pure excitement in your eyes. Tell us what it is like to be at Olympic Games.
Oh, I mean, the whole experience was so incredible. I feel like I'm still there. I've got all the joy and happiness, and especially coming home to everyone that supported me along the way, even those that didn't know me. But to feel the support as soon as I got home has been so incredible. Being in the Olympic ring, getting my hand raised, one of the best feelings in the world, just knowing that all the hard work that you put in over, I've been boxing for 17 years, So a long time. So to finally get my hand raised and receive my Olympic bronze medal was honestly a dream come true.
Doing it for 17 years and you still look that good. You obviously haven't been hit that much around the face. That's how good she is, ladies and gentlemen. Talk us through that support back home and what it does mean. You touched on it a little bit, but whether it's a text message, a FaceTime, whatever it may be, just that support from family and friends, but from the whole community here in Perth is so important.
Oh yeah, it's been incredible, and I mean that's not just from now, and not from the last Olympics that I went to, but when I was in school, I've got one of my old deputy principals here actually that helped me a lot in school, you know, getting my work done and stuff. So it all counts all the way up through, you know, to now basically. And God, you know, just doing some raffles at the local pub to try and get me to go to different self-funded training camps and things to get to the Olympics, and it's all worked out. And it's just such a joy to be able to also share this medal, not with only with my family, but with everyone else. So it's special. It
is special, and you will get a chance to see that bronze medal up close and personal after this chat. John, turning my attention to you, not since the Woodies in 1996 at Atlanta, 28 years ago, have we experienced a gold medal. It was a tense finish at the end, 4 gold medal points. I was watching it like a lot of Australians. Tell us about how the two of you dealt with that pressure and got through and ended up winning the match.
Yeah, we put ourselves in a bit of a hole. It was setting to break down, but as Pav said, we sort of had a few match points, and when it's on the other opponent's serve, you're like, okay, we're not meant to win those ones, but when it gets on your serve, you're like, all right, now we've got to take care of business ourselves. And to be able to finally get it, I'm glad we had a few up our sleeve because it didn't actually roll as easy. My wife actually watched the tie-break back the other week, and she's like, that was more nerve-wracking watching it back again now, not even being there. So no, we just kept working together and just kept trying to ride the momentum of the crowd, because I mean we had a few Aussies in the crowd, but we were lucky enough to get the whole crowd behind us there as well, so it was actually made a massive difference.
It was an incredible match, incredible performance, and a bit of a fairy tale run that you guys went on, and it will inspire future generations. You think about Brisbane coming up, LA of course next, but then Brisbane. 2 of our children are here today, 11 and 9, they're in the background, and they couldn't keep their eyes off Channel 9 and the telly. They were just fixated with that wonderful 3 or 4 weeks that we got to watch it. What do you think, do you actually appreciate and understand what you've all done and how much you can inspire the young people?
I don't think completely we quite get to understand, but I mean, I know from even when we're in the village, all the athletes were able to literally flick on any sport that we were able to support the Aussies in. I know every day, whether it was morning, noon, night, doesn't matter, you were flicking on and supporting everyone there. And I know all of us were getting behind every single one of them, and be able to have the broadcast where you can flick onto the sport and go, okay, we want to watch that one right now, was just something incredible. And I know even when we weren't competing, we did it as soon as we got back, whether we're eating, resting, relaxing, and that's all you wanted to do. And I mean, to be able to bring it back to everyone back home is just something really, really special, and I know we're all really honoured to be able to do it. And as Aussies, we all stick together, whether at home or whether away, and we had a great tight-knit team over there, and it probably made it even more special for everyone there.
Special indeed, John, thank you. Kane, turning to you, you made your Paralympic debut in Paris, so congratulations on that. Tell us about that experience and representing Australia for the first time. Try John's, there you go.
Here we go. Awesome. Pav, I don't think it's really sunk in what we've gone over to Paris and done. It was such a special experience, and it just represents all of the hard work that Luke and I together have put in over the last 4 weeks. To say now that we're the fastest tandem in Australian history is super special. And this kit right here, it represents those years of hard work, and it also represents all of you guys as well, family and friends. And to be here on a day like today, look at the day that you guys have put on in Perth. This is just bloody awesome.
It certainly is. It is a great place to live, and this is part of the reason why we love living here. But the another part of the reason is that family commitment, and you were the only Paris in Paris. Your brother Chad was there as well, the para athletics. Tell us about that connection with your big bro.
Sharing that experience with Chad was just remarkable. We both raced on the same day, within 40 minutes of each other. Chad's final was a couple of hours after mine, so having mum and dad and my other brother Matt across there as well was just insane. Mum and dad left the velodrome and quickly hightailed it across the city of Paris, which is no easy feat, and ended up at the stadium to watch Chad as well. Yeah, sharing that moment with Chad was truly special. We embraced in the village after not seeing each other for a year and a half, and Chad embarked a lot of wisdom on me through his years as an athlete. And he said to me the whole time, just find perfect moments in every day and stop and smell the roses. And I'm really proud of what I was able to do and be able to stop during really high levels of pressure and enjoy each and every one of these moments with all of the athletes that are behind me as well. And I'm really proud of that.
Yeah, well done. Not easy to be able to sit and smell the roses. And I love the fact you're still donning the Kubra there, mate. Looks absolutely brilliant. Round of applause for Kane. Awesome experience. Now, I can see the connection, Luke, that you two have, because it's a crucial and such a special connection that you need. You co-pilot or pilot Kane. Talk us about that role and why is it so special to you?
Yeah, it's a very special bond that Kane and I both have. It's not it's not just teammates. It's two mates riding a bike together, and the journey that we've been on from the very start 4 years ago when we ran a talent search program trying to find a stoker in Perth, and Kane walked in the building with this energy and vibe that just gave off like, yes, I want this experience, and to see that through all the way to the fact that we actually achieved what we set out to do from the beginning is very, very special. Through everything that we've overcome this year and the last several years, with every adversity and setback that we've faced, we've come together stronger and better for it, and it is a special bond, and yeah, it's a great honour to be part of Kane's journey, and yeah, very, very thankful for that.
So it's only been 4 years or thereabouts that the two of you have known each other. It must take a lot of trust, communication and hard work to gel.
Yeah, definitely. Communication is huge, especially both of us on a bike. So for anybody that doesn't know the tandem, it's we've got two 80-kilo men both pushing near 2,000 watts on a fixed gear going 75k an hour, no brakes. So it does require some level of trust from the both of us, and Kane instills a lot of trust in me, and I take a lot of pride in that myself and hold that responsibility in high regard. So to have conversations with one another and check in with each other and have that bond of more than teammates and be mates, it's special that we've built that over many, many years.
Yeah, special and inspiring. Ladies and gentlemen, how good is that? That connection, communication, incredible. Caitlin, I know you're good mates with Adam Gilchrist, which is pretty cool to say, I'm sure. Gilly's been a big inspiration for you as a part of the program here in WA. Is there anyone that you've met, either a part of the Australian team or just being a part of the Olympic Games in general, that you went, oh, that's pretty cool?
Oh, I mean, honestly, being around all the Aussie athletes, and like you were saying, you're having breakfast and you're chatting to some of them, and then you sit down and watching them on the TV later competing at the Olympic Games. I was like, wow, it's incredible, and it's actually inspiring to me as an athlete as well. So, but I mean, I knew Serena Williams and things were going around the village, but I didn't get to see anyone because I come a bit of a hermit when I compete. I just lay in bed, eat, sleep, train, back to bed. So I didn't really get to see anyone too famous, but yeah, that's just my team.
Okay, what about you guys? Anyone that, John, you probably get, on the tennis circuit, you get to kind of see and meet a whole heap of interesting people?
Yeah, definitely, but as what we said, you chat to all the Aussie athletes in the morning and sort of the Aussies stick together. We were lucky enough to have the baristas there, so we got up and got ready together, and yeah, you chat in the morning and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, they're off racing and you're supporting each other, and that's probably the biggest thing the Aussie team is really all about, is about friendship and supporting each other, and I feel like that's probably almost a bigger bond for us than actually what it is trying to meet the other stars that are there, and it's sort of entertaining to watch it all unfold as well.
Kane, you guys have inspired us, and it's important for us all now to continue that connection with all our athletes. What can these guys do, not only on a daily basis, but ahead of LA? What can they do to connect with you guys more and continue that great run?
I think that a place like the WA Institute of Sport, they put on a lot of incredible talent search days, and for some of the kids that are out here in the crowd right now, this could be the beginning for you. Brisbane 2032 is only 8 years away, so get stuck in, and you never know what could happen.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for our 4 athletes here. Caitlin Parker, John Pearce, Kane Paris and Luke Zachariah. Thank you very much, guys. Big round of applause. And keep that applause going, because that officially enters or concludes today's formal proceedings. I'd like all our athletes to step forward a little bit. Now, as you step forward, I want you all to keep, it's okay, they're not going to buy it, and neither will I. There's some cannons here, okay, some confetti cannons. So if you're a bit sensitive with your hearing, a bit sensitive with loud noises, and also potentially some lights and various things, please just be aware. If you would like to move away from these confetti cannons, that's an opportunity to do that. Want to make sure that no one gets scared, and athletes, I don't want you to get scared, although I don't think you get too scared by looking at you. I'm just going to head over this way because I'm going to get out the way of the photo. But can we all get one big round of applause for the athletes, our Olympian and Paralympians? And while we're doing that, what about an Aussie, 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 oi, 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 all right? On three, Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. 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 Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Big round of applause. Okay, if you'd like an opportunity to do so, but one big last round of applause for today's proceedings, for our dignitaries, for our athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attendance.
That was hard, yes?
Thank you. Have fun doing it. Hello, do you want to have a hold? Hello, good afternoon. Yeah, it is heavy. So it's a lot of hard work, isn't it? Wow, congratulations. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, awesome. Thanks, guys.
Well, fight together? Yeah.
What have I done?
Hello.
Hello, how you going?
Hello, good afternoon.
Would you like me to sign this?
No, I'm not for them.
Hey, how you going? Thank you, thanks for coming out. Thanks so much. Hey, buddy, how
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
I don't care what
Should I call out the person I want to meet also?
Who's that?
Me, Kane. I'm looking for Kane.
Excuse me, can you take a picture?
Oh, yeah. Called Kane in the crowd. And he's the paracyclist.
Yeah, I know. How's it going? But happy guest.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, bye, buddy. Sorry, boss.
Appreciate it. Then I trained me
Hey, what are you medals for?
a question for horse riding.
Oh wow! In '93, I went for soccer.
And
That's brilliant.
We were the first question riders to go to Australia, so it was really special.
Oh, that was. It was.
It was in LA.
That's absolutely amazing. Yeah, I went for soccer. I'm scared of horses. I don't think horses like me.
What sport do you do?
Sailing. I went for soccer.
Son ride?
Yes, absolutely. What's your name? Connor. So mine as well. Absolutely.
I should have bought my medals.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. That would have been incredible. Sailing? Yeah. Excuse me, man. There's a lot of different factors every day. You got to manage the wind, the waves, your opponents, your boat sometimes doesn't want to agree with you. But no, it's pretty. Amy, can you get want me to take? Yeah. Yeah, hello, how are you? Oh, I like your necklace.
Thank you.
How are you?
The same thing, it's not bad.
Photo? Is that okay? Yeah, appreciate it. Alright. Ellie, take a photo? Or you want to take Kitty as well? Come on, look good, everyone in. Go on, girls. Do you want to go? Oh, thank you. I'm fanning out. Brilliant, thank you. Congratulations. No worries, thank you. I can see that. So hello. Anywhere in particular? Draw.
You're welcome. Did you guys want a photo as well? Yes.
I love it. I love it. Why have you gone at the front of this?
Oh, shit.
There is everybody. There we are. Very much like very smart. No, thank you. Yeah. No, thank you so much for coming out. Yeah, you too. Yeah. What a genius, man. You know all about it. So. I've got a very interesting signature, right? It is the first letter of my first name, the first letter of my second name, and the P has a smiley face in it.
That's so cool.
So there you go, you'll know, KP. KP. No worries.
You forget my drink. Thank you. Can you sign my drink? Thank you. I fucking love him. Let's go. I want to go dance. Alright, see ya. Love you. Bye,
Hey, how are you? Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's it. More size on that.
Alright. I'll figure out how I'm gonna yeah. I'm just gonna figure out how I'm gonna
that's the plan, yeah. We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Must be an amazing experience. So what does it look like on the back?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
You can have it.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh no,
There you go.